The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. It's your host.
All right, good morning, my beautiful people. How are you? Thanks so much for tuning in. Good morning. It's Thursday, that's right. Got a couple things going on today. Got to meet up with my boy. Yeah, we're going to be talking about this Young Entrepreneurs Program. But anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. This is ERGJ, your certified financial educator here with the New Black Wall Street Book Club. And we are going through the book, 48 Laws of Power. We're now on law number 6, part 2, Create an Air of Mystery. Of course, today's episode is brought to you by True Detergent. That's right, black-owned and manufactured True Detergent right here in the Atlanta area. We're doing free delivery to your doorstep in the Atlanta area. 101-ounce bottle, $15. This means 15 cents per wash. Go and give us a call at 678-851-2400, 678-851-2400. Go ahead and get your True today. Make the switch. What's going on, Cookie? Good morning. We also just got a quick announcements. We have a scholarship drive that ends today. So if it is in your heart to make a donation to our scholarship drive, where we're going to go in two weeks from now on this Saturday, make a contribution to help the kids go to school, pay for their books, make sure they don't have to go to school with so much debt, then you can make a contribution. And ERGJ Enterprises is going to match you dollar for dollar your contribution. So feel free to do that. We got 6 donors so far. Our goal is 10 donors. So hopefully you'll join in and make a small contribution, no matter how small, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20,000. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to make a donation for, we're going to match it. Secondarily, hey, what's going on, Justin? Good morning. We got our stock market class for kids coming up as well. So, we're doing it for the kids. We got that class coming up on the 18th. So that's in 2 weeks or a week from Saturday. We're going to be teaching the kids about the stock market. We're going to have some fun with the kids. And we're going to teach them things that we wish that we would have known when we were growing up. And then also, if you want, you can go ahead and join Club Millie. It is a club where we're helping 1,000 people save and invest $1,000 this year. So you have an opportunity to join us there. It's a $20 decision that can change your financial life. But not only that, things like these sessions, things like these classes for kids, they come with your membership. So your kids get to learn about money. You get to learn about money. We all get to learn about money. We change the conversation at the kitchen table. What's going on, Mr. Sargent? How are you? Miss Hope Miller, good morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. But here's the deal, guys. I know you don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time. Let's get started. So here's the deal. We're reading this book because we understand it's a controversial book, but we want to understand strategy. Everybody put in the comments below strategy. Here's the deal. We're either going to learn how to apply the strategies that we read about, or we're going to learn how to understand when they're being used upon us. So we won't be fooled, we won't be bamboozled, we won't be run amok. And so today we are on, good morning, Joseph Johnson, how are you? This morning we're on law number 6, and it is coming out of the chapter that says that you want to court attention at all costs. So the judgment here, and this is again 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Law number 6, we're on page 44. Isn't that interesting? The judgment is that everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd then or buried in oblivion. Stand out. Be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious than the bland and timid masses. And so this is all about remaining relevant. This is all about standing out. This is what Donald Trump does very well. He courts attention at all costs. He doesn't care whether he's right, whether he's wrong. He just wants to be seen. He wants to remain relevant. And that's what a lot of politicians do. This is what a lot of entertainers do. They want to be in the limelight because when they remain relevant, they normally get paid. They normally make more money at the end of the day because they're seen more and people are following them and they're following their actions. So we want to understand these strategies that are being used for them to get power. When you have all eyes on me, that kind of gives you an air of power. So anyway, we're talking about creating an air of mystery. That's right, creating an air of mystery. In a world growing increasingly banal and familiar, what seems enigmatic instantly draws attention. Never make it too clear what you are doing or about to do. Do not show all your cards. An air of mystery heightens your presence. It also creates anticipation. Everyone will be watching you to see what happens next. Use mystery to beguile, seduce, and even frighten. There we're talking about creating an air of mystery. Everybody put in the comments below, air of mystery. We're creating an air of mystery, or we're understanding when someone else is trying to create an air of mystery, and we won't be hit with dupe and delight. All right, so here's your keys to power here. In the past, the world was filled with the terrifying and unknowable diseases, disasters, capricious despots, the mystery of death itself. What we could not understand, we reimagined as myths and spirits. Over the centuries, though, we have managed through science and reason to illuminate the darkness. We've managed to illuminate the darkness. What was mysterious and forbidding has grown familiar and comfortable. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. What's mysterious and forbidding has now grown familiar and comfortable. What are some things that at one point in time were mysterious and forbidding, but now it's become more comfortable? Good morning, Shauna. I mean, when you start thinking about where we are in this age now of 2017, there's some things that used to be banal, some things that were forbidden, some things that were mysterious, but are now comfortable. Like men coming out of the closet. That's now normal, right? It used to be something that, hey, you know, and we ain't trying to pull that out into the public, but now it's something that is normal. So what are some things that you can think of that at one point in time were mysterious and forbidding, but now they are familiar and comfortable? Man, isn't this something, how life changes, how world evolves, and things that were once in darkness come out to the light. Yet this light has a price. In a world that is ever more banal, that has had its mystery and myth squeezed out of it, we secretly crave enigmas, people or things that cannot be instantly interpreted, seized, or consumed. That is the power of the mysterious. It invites layers of interpretation, excites our imagination, seduces us into believing that it conceals something marvelous. The world has become so familiar that it inhabits its inhabitants so predictable that what wraps itself in mystery will almost always draw the limelight to it and makes us watch it. What is something that you or someone in the comments below, think of somebody that you might consider mysterious, that just captures or draws attention or brings them forth to the limelight, and you just find yourself watching them just because they're mysterious, they're odd, they're unique. I don't know. What can you think of somebody? You help me out this morning. So that's just mysterious. Air of mysterious. Do not imagine that to create an air of mystery, you have to be grand and awe-inspiring. Mystery that is woven into your day-to-day demeanor and is subtle has that much more power to fascinate and attract attention. To fascinate and attract attention. Remember, most people are upfront, can be read like an open book, take little care to control their words or image, and are hopelessly predictable. By simply holding back, keeping silent, occasionally uttering ambiguous phrases, deliberately appearing inconsistent, and acting odd in the subtlest of ways, you will emanate an aura of mystery. The people around you will then magnify that aura by constantly trying to interpret you. How many of you guys are unpredictable? How many of you guys are unpredictable? How many of you guys are you appear to be inconsistent? You appear to be odd in the subtlest of ways, and this aura that you have, it causes people to try to interpret you. How many of you guys are people that people are always trying to figure out? They just can't seem to figure out. They're like, man, you just not normal. I just cannot figure you out. That gives you a little bit of power. Because you're a little bit complex. You're a little weird. You're a little unique. Both artists and, listen to this, both artists and con artists understand the vital link between being mysterious and attracting interest. This is both artists and con artists. So it can work for both ways, right? Count Victor Lustig, the aristocrat of swindlers, played the game to perfection. He was always doing the things that were different or seemed to make no sense. He would show up at the best hotels in a limo driven by a Japanese chauffeur. No one had ever seen a Japanese chauffeur before. So it seemed exotic and strange. This reminded me of, remember, what's that movie? I think Ocean's 13. When Matt Damon came in with that nose. You remember that? He came in with that nose, and that was his air of mystery and he had the Chinese chauffeur. Yeah, that's the same thing, right? How many of you guys seen Ocean's 13? Okay, hopefully I ain't the only one that remember this, right? Hopefully I'll see that, right? It's about the movie they try to take over the casino, Ocean's 13. Come on, help me out here. All right. Lustig would dress in the most expensive clothing, but always with something, a medal, a flower, an armband out of place, at least in conventional terms. This was seen not as a tasteless, but as odd and intriguing. In hotels, he would be seen receiving telegrams at all hours, one after the other, brought to him by his Japanese chauffeur. Telegrams he would tear up with utter nonchalance. In fact, they were faced completely blank. He would sit alone in the dining room, reading a large and impressive-looking book, smiling at people yet remaining aloof. Within a few days, of course, the entire hotel would be abuzz with interest in this strange man. I remember when I was at work, when I worked for a Fortune 500 company, and I used to go to the lunchroom and take a book and read. And it was just the oddest thing. People would always come up to me to talk to me. I'm trying to read. And, you know, what are you reading? What book you reading? You know what I mean? Like, because no one reads. So it was, especially black people, you know what I mean? See a black man in the you know, that was kind of terrifying for my other brothers. Like, this is a black man in here reading a book. He might be trying to take over the world. What we gonna do today, Piggy? The same thing we do every day, Brain. Try and take over the world. All this attention allowed Lustig to lure suckers with ease. They would beg for his confidence in his company. Everyone wanted to be seen with this mysterious aristocrat. And in the presence of this distracting enigma, they would even notice that they wouldn't even notice that they were being robbed blindly. An air of mystery can make the mediocre appear intelligent and profound. It made Mata Hari, a woman of average appearance and intelligence, seem like a goddess, and her dancing divinely inspired. An air of mystery about an artist makes his or her artwork immediately more intriguing. A trick Marcel Duchamp played to a great effect. It is all very easy to do. Say little about your work. Tease and titillate with alluring, even contradictory comments, then stand back and let others try to make sense of it all. Mysterious people put others in a kind of inferior position, that of trying to figure them out to degrees that they can control. They also elicit the fear surrounding anything uncertain or unknown. All great leaders know that an aura of mystery draws attention to them and creates an intimidating presence. All great leaders know. Good morning, Marvis. How are you? Mao Zedong, for example, cleverly cultivated an enigmatic image. He had no worries about seeming inconsistent or contradicting himself. The very contradictoriousness, woo! The very contradictoriousness, my goodness, that's not my word for today. Contradictoriness. Ah, there we go. The very contradictoriness. All right, I'm gonna write this in the comments below, guys, because this is our word of the day. Say it with me. Contradictoriness. My goodness. Contradictoriness. All right, there we go. Woo! The very contradictoriness of his actions and words meant that he always had the upper hand. No one, not even his own wife, ever felt they understood him, and that he therefore seemed larger than life. This also meant that the public paid constant attention to him, ever anxious to witness his next move. If your social position presents you from completely wrapping your actions in mystery, you must at least learn to make yourself less obvious. Every now and then, act in a way that does not mesh with other people's perception of you. Every now and then, act in a way that does not mesh with other people's perception of you. This way you keep those around you on the defensive, eliciting the kind of attention that makes you powerful. Done right, the creation of enigma can also draw the kind of attention that strikes terror into your enemy. During the Second Punic War, the great Carthaginian general Hannibal was wreaking havoc in the march on Rome. Hannibal was known for his cleverness and duplicity. Under his leadership, Carthage's army, though smaller than those of the Romans, had constantly outmaneuvered them. On one occasion, though, Hannibal's scouts made a horrible blunder, leading his troops into the marshy terrain with the sea at their back. The Roman army blocked the mountain passes that led inland, and its general Fabius was ecstatic. At last, he had Hannibal trapped. posting his best sentries on the passes. He worked on the plan to destroy Hannibal's forces. But in the middle of the night, the sentries looked down to see a mysterious sight. A huge procession of lights was heading up the mountain. Thousands and thousands of lights. It was if this was Hannibal's army, it had suddenly grown 100-fold. The sentries argued heatedly about what this could mean. Reinforcements from the sea, troops that had been hidden in the area, ghosts. No explanation made sense. As they watched, fires broke out all over the mountain, and a horrible noise drifted up to them from below, like the blowing of a million horns. Demons, they thought. The sentries, the bravest and most sensible in the Roman army, fled their posts in a panic. By the next day, Hannibal had escaped from the marshland. What was his trick? Had he really conjured up demons? Actually, what he had done was order bundles of twigs to be fastened to the horns of 1,000 of oxen that traveled with his troops as beasts of the burden. Man, this guy Hannibal sent up oxen with his troops so that it seemed like his army was larger than life. All right, so the twigs were then lit, giving the impression of the torches of a vast army heading up the mountain. When the flames burned down to the oxen's skin, they stampeded in all directions, bellowing like mad and setting fire all over the mountainside. The key to this device's success was not the torches, the fires, or the noises in themselves. However, it was the fact that Hannibal had created a puzzle that captivated the sentries' attention and gradually terrified them. From the mountaintop, there was no way to explain this bizarre sight. If the sentries could have explained it, they would have stayed at their post. Here's the deal. If you find yourself trapped, cornered, or on the defensive in some situation, try a simple experiment. Do something that cannot be easily explained or interpreted. So in other words, I think you see this with comedians a lot, but hey, good morning, Wendy B. If you find yourself trapped in the corner, man, start acting crazy. Ain't gonna expect that. You just flip like, and this is what these dudes that's on death row do. They act like they crazy, right? They just all of a sudden act like they just mentally insane, and then they get off some kind of way or don't have to be executed or whatever happens, because then they just start acting crazy. And nobody can explain why they acting the way they acting, so they make it seem like they insane when in reality, more often than not, they could just be putting on the show. But do something that cannot be easily explained or interpreted. Choose a simple action, but carry it out in a way that unsettles your opponent, a way that many possible interpretations making your intentions obscure. Don't just be unpredictable, although this tactic can be successful. Like Hannibal, create a scene that cannot be read. There will seem to be no method to your madness, no rhyme or reason, no single explanation. If you do this right, you will inspire fear and trembling, and the sentries will abandon their posts. Call it the feigned madness of Hannibal tactic, for Hannibal used it to great effect in Shakespeare's play. Frightening his stepfather Claudius through the mystery of his behavior, the mysterious makes your forces seem larger, your power more terrifying. Now here's the image as relates to what we've talked about today, guys. It says the image is this: the dance of the veils. The veils envelop the dancer. What they reveal causes excitement. What they conceal heightens interest. The essence of mystery. Let me repeat that again. What they reveal causes excitement. What they conceal heightens interest. The essence of mystery. Now, here's the deal, guys. I think that you can use this strategy. You can apply this strategy to your life to give yourself a little bit of an edge, a little bit of power. Now, you don't want to do it out of deceit, but I think that there is some rhyme to the reason of this strategy itself, so that you can elevate yourself above your competition. You can elevate yourself above, to put yourself in a position to get that job promotion that someone else would have gotten. See, it's all about putting yourself in the limelight and doing it in a strategic way so that you stand out above the rest. And here's your authority. If you do not declare yourself immediately, you arouse expectation. Mix a little mystery with everything, and the very mystery stirs up veneration. And when you explain, be not too explicit. In this manner, you imitate the divine way when you cause men to wonder and to watch. When you cause men to wonder and to watch. Put in the comments below, wonder and watch. When you get men, other people, men, women, whatever, to wonder and to watch about you and your actions, you'll find yourself in an elevated position. This helps when it comes to getting that promotion. This helps when it comes to being a leader of some organization. This helps when it comes to you selling more stuff. This helps with a lot of different things when you apply the strategy right into your life. You want to get people to wonder and watch. People in this world just don't like boring, okay? They just don't like bland. It could be the best thing for them, but it's just not exciting. This is why when I teach about money, when I teach the kids about finances, I always incorporate entertainment. It's called edutainment because I started to understand a long time ago, I have to stop fighting what they like the most. Most people prefer entertainment over education. So instead of me fighting it, I just said I'm going to incorporate entertainment into my education. And in that way, we can still accomplish what we want to accomplish. And so hopefully you took something away from today. Again, this was chapter 6, and we're going to move on to chapter 7 tomorrow. But you want to court attention at all costs. And this was part 2, which says you want to create an air of mystery. In a world growing increasingly banal and familiar, what seems enigmatic instantly draws attention. Never make it too clear what you are doing or about to do. Do not show all your cards. An air of mystery heightens your presence. It also creates anticipation. Everyone will be watching you to see what happens next. Use mystery to beguile, seduce, or even frighten. Everyone will be watching to see what happens next. And so I got to ask you, as you're watching this today, are there people who are watching in anticipation for what you're going to do next? If not, well, you just learned a strategy on how you can court more attention to what it is that you're doing. And if it's good, right? If it's good, then you want all the attention that you can on this good thing that you're doing. Right? That's why, you can start to use Facebook Live and Instagram Live so you can bring attention to the good things that we're doing. That's why we can become our own media, because we can bring attention to the good things that we're doing. So hopefully I'll see more good things that you're doing in your life to make a difference. And we can support you as you grow. But you want to make sure that you have some wonder and some watch. And people are anticipating your very next news because they don't know what they're going to get next. Well, hey, this is ERGJ from ERGJ Enterprises. This episode is brought to you by True Detergent. True Detergent, black-owned and manufactured, that's right here in the Atlanta area doing free delivery. Give us a call, 678-851-2400. 101-ounce bottle for $15. That's 15 cents per wash. When we do our comparison shopping, that's going to be 16 cents per wash for Greene, 20 cents per wash for Tide. Hey, True Detergent, make the switch. We got an opportunity for you to make a contribution to our scholarship fund. That scholarship drive ends today. So if you make a contribution, we're going to match dollar for dollar everything that comes in from our donors. You can make that contribution here. I'll put that in the links below for you guys that don't read the description. It's in the description as well. And then we also have a stock market class for kids coming up next Saturday. This is going to be for grades 4 through 8. So if you have a child in grades 4 through 8 and you want them to learn about money and how to make their money work for them, things that we wish we would have learned when we were younger, well, you want to have them go. You want to go ahead and sign them up for that class. And then we also have Club Millie presentation tonight as well. We got a few spots left open. So if you're a person saying, "Hey, I just need more info," well, hey, we got that opportunity for you today. That's free for you to come, and you can learn all about Club Millie, where we're going and what we're doing to help 1,000 people save and invest $1,000. That one of those people could be you. And you got that opportunity to join us tonight to learn all that you need to know about Club Millie. But if you're a person saying, "Hey, I want to go ahead and sign up. I want to make my $20 decision a day that will change my financial life," then you go ahead and do that as well at www.ergj.net. Well, here's the deal, guys. I want to thank you so much for your time today. We've learned a little bit about the 48 laws of power. And I want to remind you that you too can have the power. Remember this, guys. It takes a village, but it starts with us. Let's build. Let's build. Let's build as we climb together.
Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there in the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.